Hello, everybody. Thank you all for being here. It's not morning, this afternoon with me. This is afternoon. Let me get this music to stop. Good afternoon, everybody. It's not morning, it's afternoon. But thank you all for being here. Yes, it's chaos going on in the Diddy trial right now. Today is Wednesday, June 25th, day number 30. 30. Let me just see something. Day number 30, yeah. The defense the prosecution rested yesterday. But we're going to say that the defense and the prosecution have rested their case. The defense did not call any witnesses. They didn't do nothing. They rest their case today. First, they said it was going to take them a couple weeks. Then they said maybe 2 weeks, then a week, and then a few days. Then they say a day. Now, they ain't even took a day. It's not even a day. They arrested their case. Let me just tell you something, guys. Before I could wake up this morning, they arrested their case. And y'all know I wake up late, right? Let me say one thing before I get started, before I get into all of this. Can you all hear me? Make sure my volume is not too loud, because I don't want to be yelling like I'm coming from a football stadium, like I'm at a football stadium. As my volume, my audio sounds okay, let me know. Y'all see, let me show. Oh, y'all can't see it on there. This is a new pink cup. It's got the letter P on it. Y'all can't see it on there. Don't worry about it. I just got that cup this weekend. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for being here, Sharon. Thank you. Thank you, Sisling Bunny. You look and sound good today, Miss Pinkie. Thank you. You know what? I'm not going to say I don't like compliments, but when you say it like that, I sound good. That's the number one thing first. I sound good. That means no audio problems. And then you say, I look good too. Shoot. But the sound got to come first, because if the audio ain't right, I'm not going to be looking good at all. But thank you. I like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started, guys. We got a lot to cover today. Let's go see what's going on outside in front of the courthouse right now, because right now it's 1:10. They should have just got back from lunch, if they even still at lunch. Let me just put this video on first right quick. Hi, Linda Gamble. Thank you for being here this morning. See there? Thank you, Linda Gamble. Linda Gamble watching y'all. She watching y'all. That's my lemon water this morning I'm drinking. So let's see what's going on outside the courthouse. Well, you know what? A good way to find out, we're going to go to Inner City Press. Matt, he's going to let us know. After he's going to let us know what's going on outside the courthouse. So I'm just going to put him on and let him tell me right quick. And then we're going to really watch and see. Because y'all know that New York, they got some loud noise and everything. And they be cracking up outside the courthouse. Okay. Let me just do it this way. Okay. We're going to go ahead and see it this way. Let me see what. Diddler's son was charged with the same thing as his dad. Yeah, you talking about the one that looked like it? His twin? Because, you know, he got twin daughters, but he got a twin too. Diddy got a twin. His son, his twin. Court starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, okay. Thank you, Linda Campbell. It's 11 p.m. here right now. Okay. Let's see what Inner City Press got to say today. This is Inner City Press, U.S. This is June 25th. U.S. versus Sean Combs, day 30. Charge conference at noon. Okay. Doe must be named in Diddy's civil case. Right. She can be named in the civil case again because she ain't got all them. She ain't went through the hard part. But if she still want to be named Jane Doe, let her be named Jane Doe. I'm comfortable with Jane Doe, but I know she got to be named. Okay. Inner City Press was there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and see what he got to say today. I'm feeling good this morning. I really am. Let me go ahead and get it started for us. Make sure the mute button is not on. Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we are. Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press. Here.
Ooh, that is up loud. Y'all can't tell me that ain't loud.
At the Southern District of New York Courthouse. Today, Wednesday, June 25th.
Let me ask y'all guys, let me mute myself because before about a week or two ago, if I mute myself, it'll mute the video. I'm going to try that today. Let me know if I mute myself because before I used to mute myself all the time, had no problem until things started getting moved around. Now if I mute, so I'm going to mute myself and you tell me whether you can still hear Inner City Press talking, okay? Matt talking. Okay, I'm going to mute.
25. Now we're heading in for what would be day 30 of the U.S. versus Sean Combs trial. The only thing is it's not going to have any witnesses. It's going to be the charge conference at noon, and we will be covering it. Then there'll be the closing arguments Thursday and Friday, it appears, and the jury's supposed to get the case on Monday. This is all according to U.S. Attorney Maureen Comey yesterday. But we covered it yesterday. Yesterday started slow with a meandering cross-examination, but then it picked up. There was Combs sort of ingratiated himself, or tried to Judge Subramanian, telling him he's doing an excellent job. Whether this quote could be used if he has to appeal, I don't think so. It was just, I guess he was just polite, but it was very energetic. Then Alexander Shapiro did a Rule 29 motion, which pretty much previewed what would be said in closing and on appeal. And one of the points is a constitutional argument that a statute that makes it a federal crime to undermine sex trafficking prosecutions could, for example, apply in the case of Gina. That's what she said in a letter that we put up. You can find that on Patreon. There was also a civil case, one of the many civil cases against Combs, a John Doe who claimed sexual assault at a Ciroc vodka event. He's been told to give his name in 7 days or have the case dismissed. We've also put that up. So Combs, we are all over it. But here in New York City, the big news, Zohran Mamdani. Now, he's bested, and Andrew Cuomo not only conceded the primary, but appeared to imply that he's not going to run as an independent in the general election. You'll have to check it out. You got to see it. It's one of those things you have to see the comment. But the energy level wasn't there for an independent run, which will leave Sliwa, Adams, Mamdani, and a man named Walden. I'm sure Adams is actually pretty happy with the result. I'm going to wait here while this, hang on. First time I paused midstream, but with all the noise pollution, what can you do? Now, Mamdani, what I want to say is that Inner City Press, you can check this feed. You can check it either on the vlogs or on X or on Blue Sky. We have been covering Mamdani pretty much since day one. I remember going to cover a press event of his on Broadway, on the Broadway side of City Hall, and there were like four of us. Then there was one in the entrance to the subway by the municipal building, where they were, speaking of noise pollution, there was a guy drilling there, and we just went on because he said he couldn't wait for the drilling to stop because he had to get up to Albany. Well, now the National Democratic Party is taking a close look at that result because he knocked down the titan of Andrew Cuomo. Eric Adams, having covered him here at the Southern District of New York, I think people that, anyway, he's I'm pretty sure happy with the result. We'll get back to that. United Nations, speaking of corruption, much worse than Eric Adams. Seriously. And Eric Adams was charged and indicted for bribery. The UN is suffused with bribery to the very top. Antonio Guterres has banned Inner City Press for reporting on Antonio Guterres' financial links to the China Energy Fund Committee and others. Now we've asked, since last week, since June 19th, when we reapplied to enter the UN, we've asked about the skeezy jobs, the waste of public money on more than these four, but four individuals. Miguel Graca of Portugal, Aguinaldo Baptista, Michelle Giles McDonough, Michelle Griffin, and they haven't answered at all. They've tried to find an in-house publication to sort of launder this corruption, but I don't think it's going to work. We're going to stay on this case, and we need, because that's what journalisms do. Other politicians get trashed for trying to pick and choose who asks questions and who can come in, but Antonio Guterres has done it much worse than any of them. This is a well-known Chinatown individual. He's going to be going behind. He's going to make his first appearance on these airwaves. There he goes. Okay, in any event, we're going in. There's also going to be Do Kwon. We'll see whether we're able to live tweet that. U.S. versus Do Kwon. It's a crypto case. Inner City Press, we're all over the Diddy case. To be continued.
Guys, I was muted. That's why I don't like to mute myself, because I forget sometimes. Hit that like button. Okay. Yeah, I think you got it. I tell you, but we're getting ready to see what's going on and everything. I'm just excited. I'm just having a good time today. Yeah, I recently just woke up and enjoying myself. I'm not fussing with nobody. I'm not planning with nobody today. Not today. I'm not. I'm gonna just be me, like I'm always. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the gist of it. Okay, guys. Y'all don't know how I've been feeling today. I've been feeling like somebody hit me with a truck. I got ran over by a truck or something. I'm serious. That's how painful it is. I'm just tired. Tired. I can't say I'm broke down because I'm not broke down. Yeah, I'm not broke down. Oh, let me move that out of the way. Oh, also, guys, remember I told you I fell? This is my video. Come with the housewife to check out the horses this Sunday morning. Okay, this is my video, right? See this gate here? This is the gate I've been trying to tell everybody. One made just like this that you put your horses in for your horses and your cattle, right? Mainly your horses. My husband asked me, why didn't I just step through the gate? I didn't think about that. I climbed over the gate, got on the top and fell over. I hit the grass the first time, and then I fell back trying to get back over out of the gate and fell on on the driveway and fell. And I went to physical therapy, and they claimed a lot of. I injured a lot myself badly, but that's me right there. This is. I don't even think this is a year ago. No, it's not a year ago. That's me talking about trying to tell my husband he needs to cut right across up in here, cut out here,
Get down.
because I don't want to be fighting with a snake.
Really, really windy. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That's what I see. I'm falling already. The horses, they out there.
But I'm not going to stand out here.
Let me see. Can y'all?
Horsey, here come the mommy.
Okay. I just wanted y'all to
Come on, my baby. Come on, my baby.
let me see.
Come on. Here come the mommy. You have to be careful of snakes now. Because it's in the morning. Snakes love to come out in the morning. Come
Yeah.
on, horses.
See, my husband got the cut out there.
Get over this way. Come on, baby.
Okay, but that's enough of that.
Oh, Lord.
They're gonna come because I got tons of pictures of me and the horses, videos of me and the horses and stuff. But yeah, that's that's one. It did say 1 year ago. Cannot believe that. That's 1 year ago. But anyway, okay, that's the gate I was telling you I felt and hurt myself over the last weekend. Yeah, told myself up. Yeah, told myself up. Refresh your device and come back in, please, and thank you. Oh, somebody was having problems, Linda. Renita, hello, Pinkie. Thank you, Renita, for coming in. Renita is in the house today. Let me see. Got to go. Check in later. Bye. Okay. Thank you. I know you got to do some work. You got to go to work. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead. Let's go ahead and somebody was having a problem. Refresh your device and come back in, please, and thank you. Thank you, Linda. Y'all do what Linda says. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on outside the. Let me put this video up for y'all. This is Good Morning America. This is this morning while I was sleeping. I'm not going to lie to y'all. The housewife was sleeping, but this is Good Morning America right here. And they was on the job while I was sleeping. So we're going to have to just understand that sometimes I get up late. I would say you count it on get the calendar out, more than likely I'm going to be getting up late almost every day of the week. Okay, that's like every day of the week, and we ain't gonna worry about that because that's how I live my life. I'm just a late sleeper, especially when I ain't got nothing to do. I ain't got nowhere to go. My husband don't wake me up. I sleep late. And you know what he told me? I told him I didn't know. Well, anyway, chat with you later. My stories are on. All right. Thank you, Renita. Okay. Here we go, guys. This is this morning, so they can tell us the defense rests in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Oh, my Lord. I tell you.
The defense resting in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Combs chose not to take the stand, and our Dan Abrams and Shauna Lloyd are standing by to break down the case. But first, let's go back to Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky at the courthouse. Good morning again, Aaron.
I turned the down sign.
And good morning again to you, Michael. After more than 6 weeks of testimony from 34 witnesses, the case against Sean Combs, charging him with racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking, is about to go to the jury. And whatever the 8 men and 4 women, all college-educated jurors, decide, they'll do it without hearing directly from Sean Combs. When the judge asked whether Combs was waiving his right to testify in his own defense.
What did he say? I just thought about what he said. He said college-educated men and women. Ooh, yes, they do have some educated ones. Yes, I just thought about what he said. College-educated. Yes. Thank the Lord. So they don't want to put up with that bull.
He stood and said, "That is totally my decision." Combs also told the judge, "I've been wanting to tell you, thank you. You're doing an excellent job." Defense attorneys called no witnesses, resting their case a short time after prosecutors rested theirs. Jurors saw hundreds of pieces of evidence, including nearly an hour of explicit footage from sex tapes of Cassie Ventura and a woman known by the pseudonym Jane with male escorts. As the evidentiary phase of the trial concluded, Combs seemed relaxed, amiably chatting with his attorneys and reading a book, The Power of Positive Thinking. His attorneys asked the judge for an immediate verdict of acquittal, saying the government failed to meet its burden. The judge did not immediately rule. The jury has the day off here while attorneys meet with the judge. Closing arguments are going to begin on Thursday with deliberations as soon as late Friday.
They're going to be doing a conference in the courtroom today. Okay? So that's one reason the jury is off. All right. And for Sean to tell the judge, you're doing a good job. He's trying to assert his power, trying to let the judge know, you may have power, but I got power too. That's a narcissist. You know, that's how they act. Cool. That's how they act. Cool. Okay, go ahead and be cool. Judge said, I'm not studying you. That's what I'm saying. The judge may be thinking, I'm not studying you.
Maybe more likely early Monday. Michael?
And we know you got that covered for us there, Aaron. Thank you. Now let's bring in ABC News Chief Legal Analyst Dan Abrams and ABC News Live contributor Shauna Lloyd. Dan, I'm going to start with you. Do you think the prosecution proved its case?
Remember, there are different charges here, right? There's racketeering charges, there's sex trafficking charges, and there's a charge of transportation for the purposes of engaging in prostitution. Why am I pointing that out? Because the last charge is definitely the strongest one, meaning the one that is probably the easiest for the prosecution to prove. Why? Because all they need is the jury to believe one of the prostitutes who testified saying, I was paid to engage in prostitution and was brought across state lines to do it. In that case, I think that they've got a pretty strong case. When it comes to the other two sets, it's close. It's going to be very close. Again, I think the RICO, the racketeering, going to be the hardest, sex trafficking next, and this one, the most likely of a conviction.
And Shauna, what would a split verdict look like?
So a split verdict is going to really depend on what the jury finds. Remember, as Dan said, we have 5 charges, which means they have to make the decision of guilty or not guilty about each charge. So they may find him not guilty of some charges, guilty of others. And let's not just throw it in there. We could have a hung jury on one of the charges. So this can be a very diverse verdict that we're not typically used to seeing. It's just that there's so many charges, and that's why that happens.
And we know Combs did not testify, but the defense not putting on any witnesses at all. What did you make of that?
You know, that tells me that the defense believes that there is enough reasonable doubt that they do not need to put on additional witnesses. Because remember, any additional witnesses also opens them up to additional cross-examination. And there may be information that you do not want them to get into, or it just may not be beneficial for your case. Less is more sometimes, especially with these type of sprawling charges.
And Dan, with all the public attention, the headlines, are you surprised at all that the jury wasn't sequestered in this trial?
Not really. I mean, look, it's really rare to sequester a jury, and it's become rarer. Why? Because it's really, really hard now to prevent jurors from getting information, right? What are you going to do? For 2 months, you're going to take away their phones, and you're going to make them sleep at a hotel, and you're going to make sure you monitor all their emails, et cetera. It just doesn't happen very much anymore. So could the judge have sequestered them just for deliberations? Yeah. But again, you could make the argument that everything's kind of been out there. They've been talking to their friends. They've been influenced in the way that they're going to be. So I don't know that it would have made a big difference with regard to sequestration. I'm not that surprised that it didn't happen.
And now it's time for the closing arguments. But what does each side need to do? Sean, I'm gonna start with you. Take the prosecution for us. What do they need to do in the closing arguments?
So the prosecution really needs to shore up their cases and connect the dots for the jury. When we're talking about this RICO charge, they have to be very clear about who they believe was a part of this conspiracy and the acts that they took to further the conspiracy, along with the underlying predicate crimes. They've done a great job with the transportation for prostitution because that's very clear. We see the bank records, we've seen them testify, we've seen the money move, and we know why they were there. So that charge is there. For the trafficking, that's going to be very hard, but what they have to do is hone in on the idea that these are not acts they would have done but for the force. In the case of Cassie, we know that she was being physically abused. And in the case of Jane, the idea that he was paying her rent and holding that over her head is why she chose to engage in those acts.
Okay, so that's the prosecution.
Yes.
What about the defense, Dan?
Consent and reasonable doubt. Right, that the two key witnesses here were in long-term relationships with him, that they could have left, that they continued to engage with him. That's number one. And number two is going to be the legal standard, right? Is going to be saying, look, they have to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt. Look at the technical definitions of these charges. That's not domestic violence. We're talking about racketeering here. We're talking about sex trafficking. That's what they're going to focus on, and in the hope that they say they just don't have it.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you both so much. I know, it's been a month.
It has.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
all
has.
right. We appreciate your insight.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I was muted again. Oh, I tell you, that's why I tell you I don't like muting myself. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and okay. I don't like muting myself. Before we start, we're gonna see what's going on outside courthouse. Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. Everybody got it going on here. Let me see. Here it is. This is what I'm looking for. I found it. Just took a while. So we're getting ready to see what's going on outside the courthouse. Y'all know outside the courthouse, you always have to check it. You never know. This is live with Law&Crime with James. Okay. Not James, Jesse Weber. I don't know where I got James from. Jesse Weber. Okay, this is outside right now. A live P. Diddy SDX trafficking trial. The USA versus Sean Diddy Combs, day 30. Okay, and you can see over to the side, it is moving. Right over here. So let me unmute it. Okay. So it's unmuted. But I cannot believe I don't hear the car, all the noise, the sirens, the popo cars, the fire trucks, and everything, and everything going. Somebody must got, yeah, Law and Crime got it ceased and desist on this one. Not that that's what they got, but you don't hear nothing. So we're gonna keep coming back, checking on this here. Get some here on the map. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back and keep checking on this, see what's going on, and everything. Okay, we're gonna come back and see, because we got to know what's going on. Oh God. Charging conference begins at 2 p.m. That's what Linda had said. They come back at 2. That's, yeah, for their so the jury is not, they've been they get a day off for right now. They get time off for being good. And Diddy is trying to clown with the judge. Oh, let me tell y'all yesterday what was going on before we get into everything. Yesterday, I'll be getting it set up while I tell y'all what was going on yesterday. Yesterday, the Diddler, they was watching. This was yesterday, Tuesday, okay? Day 29. They was watching those freak off tapes, right? Freak off, or what some people may, and one witness called them the hotel nights, because he wouldn't take her nowhere. He don't even take the woman out to dinner. He don't even take her to a basketball game, McDonald's. He takes her to a hotel. Diddy is, he ain't nothing but a pimp, straight out pimp. Okay, but anyway, so we're gonna be going over this. But yesterday in the courtroom, let me just get straight, get comfortable. Well, I was comfortable. He's sitting in his chair. They was watching the freak off tapes. This man was having an happy ending. Y'all, I'm not gonna tell you what happened, but this man was watching. Got to remember, he haven't been having no freak offs since he been there. He been there since September the 16th. Yes, he have. That's on a Monday, September the 16th, when he got in there. Okay. And now we're talking, we are in June of 2025. That was 2024 that he got in there. We're in 2025, a whole different year. Months gone down the line. And he haven't had no freak offs, except maybe freak off with the men that been doing his bidding, like, oh, can I make your bed, and hunching their butt over, or maybe he hunching his butt up, or doing one of his dances or something like that, though. But anyway, as y'all got to, this man was watching those freak off tapes like like nobody else was in the courtroom. Like he forgot where he was. When I say forgot, he was so into this, he was just like happy, looking all at the tape, shaking his legs and everything. Oh my God. Can't nobody tell me this man wasn't having a jack off in his head, in his pants or something. Because you got to remember, he's a dirty man. He's a dirty pimp. Okay? He ain't one of them, ain't no pimp, but pimp called slip back. No, pimp named Slipback still ain't, no. But I don't know what to say when I said pimp called Slipback. I was trying to think of something, but anyway, guys, pimp called Slipback. Okay, I watched that show, but Dirty man. Dirty man. Y'all have to excuse me. When I started talking about the pimp called slip back. Oh, that was my okay. But anyway, so he was having his own private freak off, watching him and Cassie, watching that freak off tapes of him and Cassie. How dirty can you be in a courtroom around all these people? You got the judge, you got the prosecution, you got your defense team, you got the jurors over there, you got the people that's sitting in the courtroom, and you got other attorneys and everybody, and your mama and your in your boys, and you got everybody in there, and they watching you have a freak off by watching one of your old freak off tapes. And you can't tell me that ain't nasty, but that's nasty. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. I just have to tell you all that. Okay. And the defense did say yesterday they only need 1 day, and then they come this morning. They don't even need a day. They just need just give me an hour. Give me a few minutes. They didn't take an hour. They took, I think it was roughly about 30 minutes. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. June 24th. This is the 24th. Okay, right. Oh, that's the 24th. Both sides rested. Okay. Sean Diddy Combs' defense team rested after presenting a roughly 30-minute case and calling 0 witnesses in the music mobile federal criminal trial. Not one friend. Man, where's all your friends? I mean, you got some big, high power friends. Where's Ellen? Where's O? Where's all your friends? Where's your preacher? Where's all your friends? Man, I don't know. Where is what's his name? The little short guy. Kevin. Where's Ray? Where's Asher? I ain't gonna say that other name. None of your friends, not even. Well, we know why KK wasn't there. We know why KK wasn't there. They didn't even, everybody been waiting, but y'all wasn't gonna see KK. KK and already, they probably charging her with her own stuff. So, hi TT, thank you TNT, thank you for being here, and you're speaking to everybody in the Pink House. Thank you so much for gracing me with your presence. But I tell you, okay, so they roughly took 30 minutes calling 0 witness in Sean Diddy Combs federal racketeering criminal trial. Okay, earlier today, the prosecution rested the case, which took just over 6 weeks. So 6 weeks, they couldn't find not one person that was good enough to call up on the stand. Not one person. Not one person. What about Sheila? Yeah. These people got out of there so quick. These people are leaving the country. They flying off. They said, I was born here, but I'm leaving. Oh, I'm leaving. Yeah. What happens next? The prosecution said they did not intend to present a rebuttal case. The judge told the judge told the jury to return on Thursday for closing arguments. So that's why you don't see them today. Today is Wednesday. They're not there because they got a conference today in the courtroom. No jury, nobody. Okay. Jury, y'all can go rest and do a barbecue. Go do a barbecue at home. Have your family give you a barbecue to celebrate you for making it this far. Oh, let me just bring this up. You made it this far. You have made it this far. Okay. Federal case. Combs has pleaded not guilty to charges that including racketeering, conspiracy, and SEX trafficking. If convicted on all counts, he could face up to life in prison, even 30 years in prison. He ain't looking too good. He ain't, if you see him in 30 years, he gonna be, somebody gonna be, he gonna be looking old. He already look old. He already old. But I really mean old. He gonna be creeping around. Let me show you how he gonna be creeping around. I'm gonna show you. Is he Diddy gonna be doing this here? Oh, hey, I like that. I like that. He gonna be creeping around, guys. Yeah, I'm serious. You have to understand this thing. You have to understand this. Diddy, he ain't got those the chef there to make his meals, healthy meals. He ain't got his Diddy don't have his workout partner. What do you his what do you call people that work out with you? I forgot. His not well, he ain't got nobody to rub on his knees because he got a bad knees. He ain't got nobody to cook him those healthy meals like a chef. He don't have his personal trainer that comes and help him to stay in shape. He don't have that. He don't have nobody to rub his body down with his baby oil no more. You see what I'm saying? He don't have nobody to put this on him no more. Can they buy this on commissary? If somebody put it, now I know people are putting money on this book. So if they're putting money on this book, can he buy some of this baby oil on in the commissary? I don't know. Somebody probably gonna slip it in. He probably told somebody, when you come and visit me, take this and shove it up your butt and bring it in to me. Diddy would, because he loved everything big. He'll tell him, pretend like this is the man's dingaling and shove it up your butt. Diddy would do, he just nasty like that. He'll tell him, shove it up your butt and bring it in. You never know. You never know about that nasty man. He's a narcissist. He don't care how you get it in, just get it in. Put it down, swallow it down your throat, and then when you get here, just cough it out. Okay? Okay. Let's see what else. Okay. Oh, let me put my trigger warning up. I forgot to do that. Warning, graphic content. This may not be good for everybody to watch. And I forgot to say, hit that like button coming in, and everybody welcome to the Pink House and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Y'all know I forgot to say all of that. Okay. But anyway, let's get back to the matter at hand here. This is, they say this is, let me see. The defense have rested the case, caught up on what happened in the court today. Before lunch break, the prosecution rests their case after 6 weeks of testimony from 34 witnesses. 34 witnesses in the defense, and call not one. They didn't call not one person. Okay, I'm trying to not one person. Sad. Okay, and before the jury returned from lunch, the defense made a Rule 29 motion. Let me move this over here so I can see it. Okay. It says, okay. It says, let me see where I left off, guys. I got to figure out where I left off on this sucker. Okay. Okay, it says, here's what happened in the court this afternoon. Rule 29 motion. Combs defense attorney, Alexander Shapiro, made a Rule 29 motion, a routine motion typically made by the defense in a criminal trial after the government rests its case for judgment of acquittal on all counts, arguing that the government failed to meet its burden to prove the counts against Combs. I beg the difference on that. When I say I beg the difference on that, because I do. Because I was counting and I lost count, but I was into counting for a while. They proved their case. Okay. I believe the defense just didn't have nowhere to go because everybody that Diddy, all his friends and all his people running for the hills. They're getting on their private jets and planes and they ain't coming back. You know, they was all at his party dancing and having a great time and everything, and they ain't coming back. They said, holy hell, we ain't coming back. Look, this is his big team. Now, I showed this yesterday during a live I did yesterday. Diddy's defense team. It came up in a video that I was playing. You know, seemed like he get more lawyers, and I can't keep track. Oh, Lord, I tell you. Sorry. He got 8 people sitting up here. But you see Alexander in the center at the top. Out of all these high-powered attorneys, you mean they can't find not one person? They can't find one person testifying? Not one person? What's wrong with that? Something got to be wrong with that picture. I just don't understand. KK thinks she getting away. I don't think they're gonna let you get away, KK. They coming for you. If they already ain't, I believe they already came for you. Because there ain't no way, just because you look the way you look, that you're gonna get away. Okay? You ain't gonna get away. That little smile and you looking the way you look, that don't mean you're gonna get away. You're gonna get, you already okay, let's do this right quick, guys. The United States versus Sean Combs, aka Diddy, the trial process. You see, we knocked off that whole top row. The prosecution case, they did theirs. Defense said, oh no, we don't want to do a case. No, we don't have nobody to call. Diddy friends and all ran away. They gone. They don't want to be in this mess. They're refusing to come. Well, did you subpoena them? Oh, yes, we did. Okay. They're getting ready to do, they got closing arguments coming up. Can't wait for that. Okay. Jury charge and deliberation. That's when the jury get the charges and George go over everything with them, and then they get to deliberate. And that's when everybody's sitting on pins and needles, walking around, trying to find something to do, trying to go get a coffee or something, and waiting around and pacing. Oh, have you heard anything? Everybody texting and sending messages and calling, have you heard anything? Then they say, oh, we got a verdict, we got a verdict. And that's when you're going to see everybody running. Everybody going to be running. They're all going to be running to the courthouse. Then if you got a line placer, somebody that stands in line for you, that you're paying to stand there, they haven't moved. They standing there and got it on their phone. Oh, we got a verdict. So they just waiting on you to come so you can get your spot and go on in the courthouse. So we can have this case over. Okay? That's what they waiting on. Okay? And we went all through this. 1 count racketeering, 2 counts sex trafficking, 2 counts transportation to engage in prosecution. But I think the prosecution did take off some things. We'll go over that when we get to it. I think Inner City Press mentioned about that. Okay. Diddy is gonna go back here today after everything is over today. He's gonna go back to the MDC in Brooklyn. Yes, you are. You're gonna go back, Diddy, into the big stone building in your little tiny room. Yeah, you powerful there, but you done lost it all. Diddy and lost it all. Hey, KK, this was on, I think, Monday. Was it Monday or yesterday? Hey, KK, it was either Monday or Tuesday. Hey, KK, I need more baby oil. I need more baby oil, KK. KK. KK trying to get him some baby oil. He ran out of baby oil. Nancy, you better get yourself there and call Walmart or Target or somebody and tell them to send you some baby oil and stop being so needy. He be running me crazy. Mama Combs. This was her earlier this week, stepping high. Y'all should have see what she had on yesterday. Maybe I'll find that picture again. But anyway, okay. Let me put this back up so we can go back over it. So, counts regarding the racketeering count, Shapiro. Let me do Shapiro argued that prosecution failed to show that anybody conspired with Combs and that he actually took steps to coerce the nature. Oh, no, to conceal the nature of the sex activity he was engaging in from his employees. Oh, no, he did not. Now, y'all know that's a lie. When I say y'all know that's a lie, that's a big fat lie. Because he didn't try to conceal nothing from the employees. The employees was doing all the work. So how can they be concealed from anything if they was doing all the work? Huh? Answer me that. If they was stalking the room, what did George say? Kaplan said he would clean up the room. Sometimes he'll be getting the room prepared. Remember on this interview that he did, he talking about preparing the sexy in the room, doing the sexy, getting the room prepared for the sexy. And he talked about how he go by getting the room prepared on live national TV. I wish I could find that video. I'm getting ready. I'm trying to find it. Oh. Ooh. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Oh, yes, I found it, guys. Let's watch it. We're getting ready to watch this. This is Diddy talking about preparing the room for the sexy. And he was doing this all the time on national TV, putting it out there that he was preparing the room for the sexy. So we just didn't understand what he was talking about. But the employees and the people and the XEX slaves that he sent from wherever they agency or whatever. Yes, here it is, guys. Let's okay. Let's go ahead and see what he meant by preparing the room for the sexy. Preparing the room for the sexy. Oh, wait now. Okay, here it is right here, guys. I don't know what's all that. But anyway, this is with DailyMail.com, the Daily Mail. Okay, that information will be down in my description box because I'm just too excited to get it started. It's going to be down in my description box below my video under credit. 30-second clip.
How do you compromise between technology and time?
It's a 30-second clip, guys. I got to wait till this little ad go past.
You send someone ahead to prepare the hotel room for you.
It's called preparing the sexy.
Preparing the sexy.
Yeah.
What's preparing the sexy?
I mean, when I walk in,
Now,
I definitely.
Let's go back and start it from the beginning. Okay, y'all ready? Okay, here we go.
You send someone ahead to prepare the hotel room for you.
It's called preparing the sexy.
Preparing the sexy.
Yeah.
What's preparing the sexy?
I mean, when I walk in, I definitely take pride in being the originator of the preparation of the sexy.
Yes.
Yes, and that's candles. I like candles. I like tuberose. That's a smell. I like that scent. I'm attracted to certain
What kind
scents.
of what kind of
tuberose?
Tuberose.
Yes.
Okay, as a scent you like.
Yes, it's a scent.
Okay.
See, everybody thought that was funny, and it was, because we didn't know what he meant by that. We just thought he just liked his room to be, because he thinks he's so sexy and he wanted his room to be so sexy. That's what I always thought. But not now. When I hear that, I think of disgust. I think of dirty. I think of nasty. I think of pimping. He's a pimp. Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead. That's what I'm telling y'all. This man was on national TV talking about this. And I could have sworn he told somebody else this, but maybe I'm just mistaken. I don't know. But here it is. And who is that t-shirt he got on? A boxer? A well-known boxer. Oh, my Lord. He should be ashamed of himself. Look at it. Wait now. I can't do my mouth like that. Maybe your mouth got to be made like that. But yeah. That's him preparing the sexy. Guys. Okay. That's him. And I guess this says the clip resurfaces of Diddy telling Conan O'Brien his lackeys with his lackeys. Y'all hear that? His little trolls, his little people that he looked beneath him will prepare the SDX in hotel rooms ahead of stays and discuss his former butler, Farnsworth Bentley. I want to. Is that him discussing? Oh, let me just show you. We're going to look at these pictures here. Okay. We just saw this here. Okay. I don't know why he's on there. And I'm not going to try to find out. And that's him sitting there talking about that disgusting display of preparing the set. See, and this is Farnsworth Bentley holding up the umbrella. And this is a picture of Combs with his butler, Farnsworth Bentley, as he holds an umbrella over his head on a boat in St. Thomas. No, Lord and Friends, in July 2001. That's not St. Thomas. I'm sorry, guys. But look at it. I wonder who. I can't see this that good because I don't have my glasses on, but I wonder who that is. Do anybody know who that person is right there? I'm not worried about the women. Who is he? Who is he? I want to know. I don't know who he is, and it's driving me crazy. Okay. Bentley went on to, oh Lord, I ain't gonna say this person's name because it's about the West, Connie West. I ain't gonna be talking about him. Everybody waving at him, and they got on shoes on the beach. Yeah, I don't know who decided to make Diddy with black hair. This must have been him. This is Diddy when he was trying to get out on bail, because those t-shirts he was wearing with while his hair was still black. And this is Diddy behind bars. Diddy behind bars, the disgusting and trouble resurfaced video. Oh yeah, y'all remember this? Let's watch it. I really want to watch it. Let me see. I don't know what's going to happen and what it's going to show, but I'm here for it.
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, so if you don't have what they need, they're going to leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Locks on the doors. You got to keep them lit. That's him actually describing how he keep them drugged up and full of his. And y'all know when he give a woman a drink or anybody else that he seems beneath him, that he want to take, even the men, he get them drunk until they wake up the next morning in his bed or in bed with him. Okay, so here he is telling exactly. I'm glad they got these tapes out there. Here it is.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It is.
It's a little kinky, but
Because he got locks on the door.
Just check it out. You need a lot of heat.
Wait, let me go back.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be
Wait,
hot?
let me go back for a moment. Because he's really telling.
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, so you have, if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
rock with me. But just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects like everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting.
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh?
No,
You ain't been...
I want y'all to notice this interaction with Beaver. He's very uncomfortable being with Diddy. And you see how Diddy is? He's trying to act. He know that there's a strained relationship right now. The boy don't want to be around here. So he's trying to intimidate him. He's trying to use what he have over him to intimidate. And then Bieber, Justin is so uncomfortable. He don't know what to say. He don't know how to feel. He don't know what to do around him. Because he know one phone call from Diddy, his career be over. And even at that young age, but I believe, in my opinion, he had already saw the same thing that Usher was privy to.
And calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds. I mentioned as well that we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15s, and you can see right here, the serial number has been thoroughly defaced.
Okay. That's it, guys, on that. I'm glad we got a chance to watch that, because those videos are still out there. And you see him walking on the beach. Oh my God. The things. Eddie Griffin says Diddy is a unalive man and won't leave prison alive after rapper's arrest. There y'all. You see him for yourself. Oh, here's that sorry video. Okay, we're going to watch this one too. I did not know I was going to stumble up on these.
One time. Straight ahead. One time. Straight ahead.
Elaine Metz. Not Elaine. That wasn't Elaine Maxwell. That's KK. Let me just go back, because that's KK.
One time. Straight ahead. One time. Straight ahead.
That's the raid at his homes. That's one of his sons being led out. by the agents.
People detained in handcuffs outside of the home. This home is believed to belong to Sean Diddy Combs, or P. Diddy.
Down here at Pura Vida by my pad, run into the man right here. What's up? I was up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now.
He just lying. He not once mentioned Cassie's name. Now we know who wrote this. He is just lying. He disgusted. He was disgusted then, he's disgusted now. But you were so disgusted, you decided to try to hide the tape. Ninja, go somewhere. He just lying. I'm gonna let y'all finish listening to this lie, okay? And that's in my opinion. This is the day. This is him in New York. Remember, before he got arrested in New York, he had went there to turn himself in. And in the meantime, he was, his whole family was there. He's taking pictures with the people on the street, sitting down in the park. And good thing he did get a chance to do these things. You know? Because you are locked up since September you've been locked up since September the 16th on a Monday, and you was arrested at the hotel. You was coming into the hotel. They was waiting inside for you. Yes, and they took you out. When I say take you out, I mean they took him onto the popo. Okay, that's his family.
I'm not lying. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Today, he's been indicted and will face justice in the Southern District of New York. Second, we are not done. This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
Yeah, y'all see that? Mm-hmm. Come forward and do it quickly. Oh, we already seen. Oh, that's his house. That's his house. Beautiful house. Beautiful mansion. That's them shocking new footage showing FBI raid on Diddy's LA mansion. And that's looked like one of his sons. Oh, and that's his other home. Yeah. Yes, yes. This, oh my Lord, close up everywhere. That's him talking about. Y'all already seen these. Okay, we can take it down now. And see, I did not know I was going to stumble up on that gold mine. I did not know I was going to stumble up on that. Guys, I had no idea. Ooh, the things I stumble up on. Okay, now let me finish because we're not going to stay long on here. Let me just first, we got to see what's going on in the streets. out in the streets first of New York. We can't just not know what's going on. We always got to know. I always keep track of what's going on, because New York streets are always crowded and crazy. In a good time, good kind of crowded and crazy. Okay, in a good kind of way. Okay, y'all can see this is still live. Even as I refresh it, because I just didn't mess with it anyway. So this is still going on live. Okay, outside the courthouse. What is that? Security over there by the wall. I guess he said he resting, guys. You're gonna say right there. Let's see what they say right here in the red box to your left. It says no, all charges was not dropped from letter. U.S. has removed instructions on attempted kidnapping under California and New York law, attempting arson under California law, and adding and abetting SBX trafficking. U.S. no longer plans to proceed on these theories of liability. And this is coming from the Inner Sea Press right there. So, gosh, am I sleepy? Yes. Okay. This is not muted. The streets are quiet. The streets are not quiet. Whoever Law&Crime just got muted where we just can't hear all the noise. Sometimes you want to hear the noise, okay? But I'll come back to this a little later, but y'all can see this is live here. The jury is, they're not, what should I say? They're not in the courtroom today because they're doing a conference today. No need to have them in the courtroom today. Okay. And so let's see what else. Let me finish up. Let's see. The jury spent the last 6 weeks hearing testimony from Diddy's ex-girlfriends, employees, girlfriends and employees, and witnesses involved in the investigation. The prosecution used the testimony to show that Diddy allegedly ran a criminal enterprise through his business, including Combs Global. According to the testimony, the rapper had his personal assistant set up hotel rooms for freak-offs. Let me just put this over here so I can see it better. For freak-offs. The ex-employee who took the stand also testified they often procured drugs for the rapper. These drugs included MDMA, cocaine, ecstasy, and when Diddy used were they used by Diddy and his ex-girlfriends during the alleged forced XEX sessions, including the male escorts, the prosecution asked, and Cassie Ventura, who dated Diddy from 2007 until 2018, and the rapper's most recent girlfriend both took the stand during the 6 weeks of testimony. Cassie and Jane testifying under, well, Jane was testifying under the pseudonym Jane Doe, but she'd been going by Jane. Everybody just say Jane, okay? Claims they was introduced to the freak-offs or hotel nights shortly after beginning a relationship with Diddy. Girl, they was just bringing you, he was just bringing you into his cult little tribe. That's all he was doing. Diddy defense team and prosecution are expected to finalize the jury instructions on Wednesday, which is today. So they're finalizing the jury instructions. That means giving them everything that they need to know and everything today, which is Wednesday. Closing arguments in the case against Diddy, the disgrace music mogul. I don't know why I'm trying to say it like I'm a man. I guess closing arguments in the case against the disgraced music mogul will likely take the entirety of Thursday and Friday, unless the defense say, "Oh no, we don't need to take that." I'm not worried about the prosecution, what they may say. Okay, I'm not worried about what they may say. I'm just, when it comes to the defense team, you never know where they're going to go with this. Okay, you never know where they're going to go. You just have to sit back. You just sit back and just wait and watch, because they may go. You never know. You just, oh, I'm just trying to do something, guys. You just never know. You just sit back and watch and wait, and that's all you have to do. Okay. I'm just trying to pull up. Okay. On my analytics, looking good. Okay. Taffy there. Taffy. You came in one. Hello, Aunt Taffy. How you doing? Glad to see you in the chat today. Thank you for coming. Let me know if you want to come up, okay? I'm so happy to see you. Thank you. Let me go back to that. What? You're kidding. Freaking TARYN Blackburn was just arrested, allegedly. Because I have to check that out just to make sure. People getting arrested no matter what. I tell you, what is everybody doing? What are they all doing? These Hollywood folks, I don't put nothing past them. I really don't. You never know what they're going to do. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. You just have to sit back and just watch, so you don't get it wrong with them. Okay? But anyway, let me get back to this. Oh my God. So I just said the prosecution and the defense team, which is Diddy's team, found out to finalize the jury instructions today. Closing arguments in the case against the Diddy would likely take the entire Thursday and Friday of this week. And if they do that by Thursday and Friday of this week, probably we may have to get ready for get ready. We're going to be sitting on pins and needles for deliberation. The jury going to be in, they're trying to figure out what they're going to do, and they better come back right. I know that. And then we're going to be running, everybody going to be running up to the courtroom soon and everything. Okay. All right. Thank you, Cecily Bunny. Okay. Oh, shit. I already told me that. Okay. Drive safely in the car. Y'all know y'all got to drive safely in the car. But anyway, let me finish up with this. So they're gonna the jury could begin deliberations as early as June 30th. That's in 5 days. That's in 5 days. So let me see what that date is in 5 days. What day that is in 5 days. So on the 30th, that would be Monday of next week. So that's what they're trying to say, guys, that on Monday, the jury can be deliberating on Monday, the June 30th. That's before, because they were thinking this trial will go into the 4th of July weekend and hopefully be ending then. But this is ending a lot sooner because the defense didn't bring up any of Diddy's good friends. Nobody would say, I'm with Diddy. I'm going to testify for Diddy. That's my man. I got you, Diddy. I got you. He didn't have nobody to do all that. So if they're talking about on the 30th, oh my God, we may get a verdict maybe that day or by Tuesday. I don't even think they're going to go into Tuesday. Well, they may. I don't know. I'm not putting nothing past these people. Okay? I'm not going to put nothing past them. I'm just going to say what it is. Okay? I don't put nothing past them. You never know what's going to happen. Okay? That's all I got to say about them. But anyway, on a rebuttal, the prosecution, Christie, remember Christie, responds to the defense motion saying that the record development at trial more than established sufficient basis for the case to be presented to the jury. The judge said, here reserve decisions on the motion. Thank you, Judge. Don't let nobody run you, Judge. Prosecution, Christie, responds to the defense. This is the prosecutor, Christie, responds to the defense motion saying that the record developed at trial more than, oh, I already read that one. I'm sorry. I'm doing great. While the jury was not present, the judge addressed Combs directly about his decision not to testify in his own defense and asked how he's feeling. I'm doing great, Your Honor. Oh, let me try to sound like Combs. Okay. Guys, I'm going to try to sound like Diddy. Okay. Oh, I got to have Diddy up here. Let me put Diddy up here right quick. Let me have his picture because I'm going to be Diddy for a moment. I'm not going to be Diddy. I'm just going to pretend like I'm going to be I'm going to be portraying him in my monologue. Okay? I'm going to be portraying Diddy in my monologue. Okay, here I go, guys. Y'all ready for me to do it? Here I go. Okay, let me do this good. The judge addressed Combs, Diddy, I'm going to say Diddy, directly about his decision not to testify in his own defense and asked how he's feeling. Diddy said, I'm doing great, Judge. Wait, no, Diddy wouldn't talk like that. Oh, wait, how do Diddy talk? Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Your Honor. Combs says, adding, I've been wanting to tell you, thank you. You're doing an excellent job, Judge. Oh, I'm putting the judge in there. The judge chuckled and said, thank you. I appreciate it. the judge also confirmed with Combs that he understands that he had the right not to testify and that no one can draw any what is this? I don't even know. Yeah, if he didn't, and asked Combs if it was his decision not to testify in this case. This is my okay. No. Wait, let me go back. I got to be Combs again. I got to be Combs again. I got to stay in character, guys. Hi, Terry. Thank you for coming, Terry. I'm trying to stay in character because I'm Combs right now. I got to stay in character. Okay, let me get back into character. Thank you, Terry, for coming in. Let me get back in character. Okay. And the judge told him he have the right to testify if he want. If he don't want, it's his decision and all that. I've said all that. Okay, but get back in character. Combs, Diddy said, this is mine. No, that's not Diddy. No, that's not Diddy. I had his voice. Yeah, Judge. Yeah. Okay, I'm back into Diddy. Okay. This is my decision, Your Honor, Diddy said. The defense case. Combs' defense attorney, Annie, began to present the defense case by reading several text messages between Cassie and Diddy into the record that showed the two possibly discussed plans for a freak off. The defense rests as his case by the end of the day. Okay. Guys. Of course. Let me see who you're talking to. Wait, yeah. I hope all is well. Okay. 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 Stipulations. Okay. Tenny, you know who Tenny is. She's on the defense. Tenny Gergos. Okay. That's Combs, one of Combs' defense. She's one of the women on his team. Okay. And another one of Combs' defense attorneys also read a stipulation regarding statements witness made at interviews ahead of the trial, including a statement made by a man who Combs reportedly purposely hired to have sex with Cassie. I have to say it like that because sex, because I don't want to just say and I can't do that. Not on my live, I can't. Okay, but anyway, who Combs hired to have sex with Cassie. Gergo said that at several meetings, Dawn Richards, y'all remember her. She's from Danny DeCane. She's a Danny DeCane. I was just reading something that came across my desk. Okay. Don't forget who Danny DeCane is. Danny DeCane is one of the girl from the girl group. And also she was one of the early on in the trial to testify. And people thought that her testimony wasn't too good. They thought, oh my God, she bombed. But every little bit helps. Danny DeCane did talk about how Diddy came down the stairs when Cassie was fixing eggs for him. He made her to go down and fix eggs because she can't say no, because that'll be a beating. So, but he got upset because it was taking too long. He's going to storm down the stairs and take the frying pan, the skillet with the eggs in it, and try to hit her with it. And she dug down, like a little kid will fall down to the floor trying to get away, trying to hide a face. Yeah, because he was planning on hitting her upside the head with that skillet. And anybody in their right mind would do that. But if you're in your right mind, you'll be grabbing that skillet and y'all be fighting, tussling over that skillet. And that skillet would be right upside that head of his. The minute I saw him grabbing for the skillet, I've been grabbing at it too. We'll both be fighting for that skillet. And you know what Don said after that? He had a meeting with them and let them know if anybody talk about it, y'all forget it. This is what they do. If you talk about it, you may end up unalive. Okay, but said that several meetings with Don had with the government. She did not say that Combs threatened her by saying when he comes from, people go missing. Where he comes from, people go missing. Is that the same thing? I'm thinking that's the same thing as if you talk about this, you're going to be unalive. People go missing. That's what he's saying. People go missing. You go unalive. Yes. Okay. Same thing to me. Maybe not to everybody, but same thing to me. Okay. Come up missing. They say things that at Mia's first 3 meetings with the law enforcement, she did not say that Combs initially sex contact with her. Yes, we remember that. But remember, everybody remember her. Let me pull up. Lord, they're gonna run me crazy. You don't want to well, I need to just pull up all the women. I'm not going through all that. Let me find Mia here. This is Mia. That's the one that was terrified of being in the courtroom, terrified sitting across from this ninja. Terrified. She was terrified. Terrified. Okay? She didn't want to talk about it. She didn't even want to talk to her family about it. She didn't want to talk to nobody about it. She wanted to pretend like it went away. It was a dream. So of course she didn't mention. The defense is grasping at straws. They are grasping. Y'all should have came harder again. He paid all of y'all and y'all not doing your job. And you know what's going to happen if he's found guilty. Y'all better get to running. I'm just saying. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just saying. It's just something, just my opinion. Y'all better get to running. Let me go back to Mia right quick. Okay, let me see. Mia, first meeting with the law enforcement, she did not say that Combs sex her. And then that was Brianna. Y'all remember who Brianna was? Did not tell prosecutions at a meeting. Oh, let me take her down. And put Dirty Diddy back up. Hi, Impetitious. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming in to the Pink House. It is Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Ooh, I tell you. For everybody just coming in, the prosecution arrested their case really yesterday. But so today they announced the prosecution and the defense team rested their case. They wrapped up today. The defense wrapped up today. Didn't take them barely 30 minutes. And then they did not call no witnesses. So P. Diddy, all his friends just ghosted him. They was only friends because he had stuff on him. The minute this stuff started leaking out, they start taking their jets, private planes, and they getting out of Dodge. So that's about the size of it. Oh my God. But I've been having a great time today on this line. Let's see. What else? Brianna did not tell the prosecution at a meeting prior to the trial that Combs said he could unalive her at a photo shoot. He can unalive her at a photo shoot. Yeah, you forget so much stuff this man says and do to you. You can't put it all in one day because you're traumatized. You tell as you go. The jury will not be present at court today, which is Wednesday. They will return on Thursday, which is tomorrow, when closing arguments are expected to begin. One of the prosecution also told the judge that they don't think the jury will begin deliberating until Monday. Okay, that's fine. But anyway, the jury is not in the courtroom today. They get the day off because they have conference going on in the courtroom, and the jury do not need to be there or present for that. Okay. Okay, the closing arguments for the Diddy trial are expected to begin tomorrow, guys, on Thursday. The defense attorneys and the prosecution agreed to hold court from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on both Thursday and Friday. So what that means, remember they've been getting out early at 3 o'clock. The judge had set time for everybody to start leaving. They've been getting out at 3. Be there at 9, get out at 3. Y'all take your lunch, and then at 3 o'clock, we're gone. But now, and of course, sometimes they may run a little overtime, but now, because starting tomorrow, the court would be going on from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York for both Thursday and Friday, because the jury will they're going to begin closing arguments on Thursday, and then the jury should be able to begin deliberations on Monday. So if they begin deliberations on Monday, oh my God, I'm not having no physical therapy on Monday. They're not getting me in nobody's office on Monday. I'm going to be too busy watching. Okay. The defense team in Son's criminal trial have rested its case. They didn't even do nothing. They didn't even do nothing. Okay. They don't even plan to do or intend to present a rebuttal case. Nothing. They just trying to wrap it up, because they're afraid if they open Pandora's box to some of these other people. Oh Lord, like KK, ain't nothing KK can say that's gonna be good. KK can't say nothing that's gonna be good. So if you know that's Pandora's box, KK is, you don't want to call her. But KK to me is already got a deal or being charged, because she did not step not one foot in the court. We haven't, her name been brought up all during this trial. Okay, got to remember that. KK was the right-hand woman beside Diddy. That's his right hand. What he knows, she knows. She's made sure everything was set up for these freak offs, made sure everybody know what because Diddy said, do your job. You got a job to do. get on that job, and she makes sure they get on that job. Whether it's a freak off, a hotel night, flying people in, paying, make sure the money is there or given to whoever needs to be given to that person to hand off the money, make sure the drugs are flown in on time and what type of drugs, make sure they're at the hotel, and don't forget the baby oil. Christine, I'll bring you back up in just a minute, baby girl. You ain't baby girl. That's just me, a way of speaking. Don't forget the baby oil. She makes sure the baby oil and the Astroglide is there. I just don't have no Astroglide to show you because I don't know what the heck somebody would be doing with Astroglide all the time with thousands of bottles of Astroglide and thousands of bottles of baby oil. I don't know what the heck they be doing with it unless you got I don't know. I'm not going to even talk about it. Okay, I'm not going to even talk about it because I don't even know what to say for this clown, this fool. When I say I don't know what to say for him, I really don't know what to say for Diddy. Because, okay, let's see what's going on. So the judge told the parties to return at noon on Wednesday for the charge conference. On Wednesday. Okay. He's talking about the attorneys, the prosecution and the defense. Because he told the jury they'll be off, which is today, and they should return on Thursday morning to start hearing closing arguments. So they was dismissed for the day. So you ain't got to worry about seeing when you in the courtroom. But anyway, let's see. I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Somebody wrote down this here. This is Combs and Diddy and Cassie discussing the freak offs. That's what the defense said, discussing the freak offs and drugs in 2017 text. The defense attorney, Anna, read part of a text conversation between Cassie and the Diddler from March 2017. You think you can FO without getting high? LOL. The Diddler wrote, yeah, I just have to be at my level, and that what is good for me. Cassie responds, what does that mean? I just have to be at my level, and that is good for me. What level? I wonder what that level is, what she's talking about. I don't know. But anyway, then the defense attorney read part of an explicit text conversation from April 2017. Combs asked Diddy, the Diddler, asked Cassie what she was going to do. Be your little freak. Be your little freak. See, you have to talk like that to this fool, because if not, you're in for it. You have to talk like that to him, because otherwise you're in for it. If you don't talk like that, you setting yourself up for failure, because that's a beating. You have to talk like that to that fool. Y'all know what I mean. Be your little freak. Cassie wrote back. the defense team began presenting its case. Defense attorney Anna is starting to present the defense team's case and submit several exhibits into evidence. She is now reading messages from Cassie to Diddy into the record. The defense read a long message Cassie sent to Diddy in December the 12th about how much she loved him. The message also referenced a round and said, even when it's not super hot, she still has fun. She said she would do another party before they left, saying, I'm down for whatever. I love you. And I'm sorry I've been mean. Lord of mine. Let me tell y'all something about this. Okay? Remember in that video I showed today, right? That video I showed today where Diddy was on the talk show and he was talking about preparing the sexy, the hotel room. He don't prepare nothing. He talking about how his people, his employees, his staff, whoever, his assistants, everybody prepared a sexy for him. It seemed like everybody been doing that job. But anyway, get that room prepared for the freak off, right? And I'm so sorry I said that word XCX. Okay, but anyway, he mentioned how he liked it hot in the room, temperature really, really hot. He always talked about how the room have to be hot, no air conditioner on, because it makes all that stuff that he make you ingest and take speeds up, gets you into the mood. Oh my God, I'm tired of talking about this nasty man. Okay. Yes, I am. We did not hear from all of these different people that was put on the list. I was really hoping to hear from Audrey O'Day. I really wanted to hear from her. I really did. And Mike Myers and Micah B. Jordan. I really wanted to hear from them. I think Audrey O'Day was my top number one of the ones that didn't show up. I really wanted to hear from her. But Diddy is getting ready to go back into this little place here. Yeah, he's getting ready to go back into his little home, his little brick building at the Metropolitan Detention Center. Okay, he's getting ready to go back, guys. So y'all can say good night to him because he ain't going to be there all day today. Okay, Jenny Combs, you did your thing, girl. But now you getting ready. We're going to see whether they getting ready to carry you out on a stretcher or are you going to be walking out of there? I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'll go ahead and report more on this later. But I'm going to go ahead and be ending. Let me just check outside the courtroom and see what's going on out there. Y'all know how we always got to see what's going on outside the courtroom. And it's not muted. That's it. That's outside the courtroom, guys. And we're going to be ending here. What is this man pulling? I told you, you see a lot of stuff in New York. I hate that van had to pass by. I don't know what that was that he had in those. Was that 2 baskets he was pulling along? I don't know. I tell you, you find some everything going on in New York. But anyway, we're getting ready to go, guys. But I will be dropping more stuff on this today. I am going to drop something more. But also, I will be dropping information about the war. I will be talking about the war today. I plan on doing a live about that today sometime, but I'm going to rest. After this live, I'm going to rest for a little while, and then I'm going to I'm going to do a quick live about the war. That's very important. I've been putting out some videos, and thank you on some of those videos. Oh my God, they went crazy. But guys, let me just tell you what I need to hit 6,000 on this channel. So I need everybody to put in hashtag 6,000 when you drop. I need 228 subscribers to hit 6,000. And I need you all to help me to get there before this month is up. Before June is up, I need to get to 228 subscribers for Pinkie the Housewife to hit 6,000. Okay, so let's go ahead and put hashtag 6K. So go ahead and put it in your comments. Leave me a comment, put it in there, say hashtag 6K. All right, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and be leaving. You all know how we do it. And thank you for everybody that did show up and be a part of the live. Oh my God, I had a good time though. I really enjoyed this. Okay, here we go, guys. Bye-bye, and I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't want to go to work because my boss is a jerk, and I'm